Track looking much better this week than I did last week. Big thank you to Jesse Stovall helping us out. Again, big thank you to Jesse Stovall and Tommy Boy getting out here, helping us out with our track prep this week. All right, got a couple more full body cars. Gonna run some hot laps as they got here just a little bit late. We want to give everybody the same chance to race. So after that, we will get into the prayer, then to the national anthem, and into our heat races. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you will please stand, remove your ball caps.
Live in. Thank you for the ability just to come and to have a good time. God, we pray for the safety of all the racers. We pray for a safe night for all the fans. And God, we just want to praise you so much for loving us when we're unlovable. Thank you for sending your son Jesus to prove that. We just want to say thank you so much. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
All right. Right about now is when we start streaming on Show Me Dirt. We're going to be on Facebook. We're also going to be on Show Me Dirt's page on Facebook. And folks, let me tell you about my friend Thomas Shaw Jr. My man Tombo promotes everything dirt, and he does it at a pretty high level. Through his pride and joy, Show Me Dirt. Show Me Dirt is your go-to source for Southwest Missouri's exhilarating dirt track racing scene. Join them on one of their many social outlets as they dive into the heart-pounding action at the region's premier racetracks. Awesome dirt tracks here around Southwest Missouri like E3 Speedway, Springfield Raceway, Lebanon Midway Speedway, Nevada Speedway, Hillbilly Speedway, Twister Alley, and, of course, Monett Motor Speedway. Be sure to subscribe for thrilling racing action. There's so many places you could find his work, including showmedirt.shootproof.com, Show Me Dirt on YouTube, Show Me Dirt on X. And if you want to access our feature race video early and want to support Show Me Dirt, become a member of by following the link pinned to the top of his Facebook page there. They usually broadcast the heat races on Facebook, like I mentioned. And if you don't mind, if you do get on there, give it a like and a share. Make sure everybody's able to see that we're not as dusty this week. We have the good track prep. Let me start over, guys. Pretend like you never heard that last part. He also has new shirts available. I'm rocking one tonight. If you're interested in purchasing one to support Show Me Dirt, he has two different designs. The Poor Racer shirt, inspired by Matt Eaton's Public Missouri Hunter Bass Pro Shops video, and the Show Me Dirt shirt, which I'm rocking again tonight. If you'd like to order a shirt, just send them a message on their Facebook page indicating which design you're interested in and what size you need. The price for all shirts up to XL is $20, while shirts 2XL to 4XL are $25. And all this wouldn't be possible without you, the fans, and a little help from its sponsor, Midwest Sheet Metals. Midwest Sheet Metals is a proud supporter and supplier for the motorsport racing community. They offer a full-service line of custom fabricated race products and one of the Midwest area largest inventories for tubing and sheet metal. You could also visit them in their heart of Ozarks Mountain Country at 423 East Commercial Street in Springfield. Give them a call at 417-869-1252 or visit their website at msmfab.com. Again, go give us a visit down there in the Pit Stop Grill. They got prime cut burgers for just $4. Cheeseburgers are $4.50. Hot dogs, $2. You can also get chili and cheese on just about anything. 50 cents a piece for each additional. Speaking of chili and cheese, you can get Frito pie, $3. Get you nachos for $3 the same. Not to mention popcorn, pickles, chips, and each of those are going to be $1. Going to start things off with the USRA stock cars. Getting ready to make their way onto the track here. Starting on the pole is going to be the number 19 of Mitch Keeter. Mitch coming from Webb City, Missouri. On his outside is going to be Robert Sutherland into 39 JR. Making his way out of Sallisaw, Oklahoma. And starting in the rear there, Mark Simon out of Buffalo, Missouri in the 1X. Mitch Keeter with 3 wins in his last 9 events. That's pretty good odds if you ask me. 2 wins in a row, 3 wins in a row. August 21st, September 25th, and last week for our opener here in our USRA stock cars. 8 laps the distance here. Looks like Robert Sutherland, this is going to be his first time here. Maybe. And last time Mr. Mark Simon was here, he finished in the 8th spot. Lights are out, ready to go. Green flag racing here at Monett Raceway. Green flag, here we go. Side by side, already down the front stretch into turn number 1. Looks like advantage to the number 39 on that top side, Robert Sutherland. Little bit loose out there still. They'll have to work it in. Keeter working his way down the back stretch. Sutherland, Keeter, Simon, 1, 2, 3. Here we come for lap number 1. Sutherland just half a second over Keeter in that 19 machine. Keeter looks at the bottom side. They bunch up as they go down the backstretch. Not quite enough to get a nose in there for the 19 of Keeter. There he goes to the bottom side, taking the lead here on lap number 2. Simon side by side with Sutherland as they go into 1 and 2. Got a good run off the bottom, holds off. Sutherland gets a little loose coming out of 2. He's going to have to figure that out as we go along tonight. But right now in our USRA stock cars, it's the number 19 of Mitch Keeter leading here. Keeter out front by 2.3 seconds over the 39 JR of Sutherland. Problems on the 1X machine of Simon. We'll see if he can get it pulled to the inside. That doesn't look like it. Caution going to be coming out here on lap number 3. We'll get him pushed to the middle. So caution coming out here on lap number 3 of your USRA stock cars. Mitch Keeter out front running his fastest lap that last time by 20.138. 2.3 seconds between him and Sutherland at the drop of the caution. 1X able to get her back going again. Be 5 to go when we drop the green flag again there. .39 of Sutherland electing to go that top side. Doesn't look like Mark Simon going to continue on. We'll make sure Simon gets around to the pit side before we throw that green flag, just for safety's sake. All right, lights are out. Going to be a green-white checkered finish with the just 2 cars. Comes down to Keeter and Sutherland here. Does he have what it takes to get past that 19? Green flag, here we go. A little bit early of a start, but we're going to take it. Mitch Keeter shooting off into turn number 1, got the lead down the backstretch. Already getting an advantage over Sutherland as they come through 3 and 4. White flag out from flagman Chip. Here we go one more time around. Almost a full second distance between Keeter and Sutherland as they come down the backstretch. Quite a lead for the 19 machine as he comes off of turn number 4, looking for the checkered flag here. Sutherland in that 39 JR coming in that second spot. 1.6 seconds behind the 19 of Mitch Keeter. Mitch Keeter taking home the win there in your USA stock cars. All right, got our POWRi Super Stocks coming out next. 16 not able to make the cut. The neon icon of Robbie Bratton going to start on the pole out of Purdy, Missouri in the number 11. On his outside, Johnny Coates out of Joplin, Missouri in that number 35 machine. And starting on the bubble there, the number 69 of Brian Brown. Robbie Bratton able to pick up 3 wins last year. Johnny Coates, 1 win. And we all know Brian Brown, 7 wins. Green flag, here we go. Coates after a strong lead so far. Here we come around for lap number 1. Side by side. Brian Brown want to take over that number 2 spot. Pushes the Neon Icon up just a little bit. 19.186 the distance. The time last time for Johnny Coates. Brian Brown reeling him in that number 69 machine, just 1 second behind that last time by. Good run into 3 and 4, maybe just a little bit too hard. He gathers himself back up. Coates still out front by a whole second. No change in margin between the two. Number 35, Johnny Coates, still out front. Five laps in the books here. Johnny Coates still your leader. Brian Brown starting to really reel him in now. Robbie Bratton holding on to that 3rd spot. Coming to a white flag this time, one more time around. Brian Brown trying to reel in Coates as they go down into turn number 2. There's a little bit of slip up. It's going to be a little bit closer than we thought it was. Brian Brown on the inside, Coates on the outside. Coming around 3 and 4, Coates with the advantage on the top side. Give it to Coates. Johnny Coates making it interesting there at the end of the race. Brian Brown almost right there, just half a second between. 0.586 seconds between Brian Brown and Johnny Coates. Coates taking the win there. Robbie Bratton rounding out the field. Big round of applause for Coates. And big round of applause for Brian Brown coming in second. All right, time for IMCA Modifieds. Coming out first at Springfield, Missouri, the number 27 of Terry William. On his outside last year's the points champion out of Pea Ridge, Arkansas, the number 32 of Kelly Chick Hicks. Last week's winner out of Bella Vista, Arkansas, the 00 of Kason Harris, going to start inside row number 2. And on his outside, the number 29 of Chris Powell out of Rogers, Arkansas. Got some Chris Powell fans here. We appreciate you guys making the trip if you're all coming from Rogers. Terry Williams with 1 win in the last 11 events. Of course, Kelly Chick Hicks, last year's champion. Kason Harris winning last week. Chris Powell, average finish position of 4.3 in the last 10 races. Green flag, here we go. All over the place, Kelly Chick Hicks on that top side, taking the lead here. Kason Harris settles in that second spot, but watch out, he's looking to the inside. Coming around turns 3 and 4, Kelly Chick Hicks gonna lead lap number 1. Hicks, Harris, Williams, Powell, that is. Kelly Chick Hicks still your leader here. Kason Harris right on his back bumper, splitting into 2 and 2. Harris just half a car back. Gonna take a look to the inside. Chick's doing a really good job of holding them off. Power in the front stretches. in the back stretches too. Harris tucks it right back in behind the 32 of Kelly Hicks. Three laps in the books here. Kelly Chick Hicks still your leader. Kason Harris trying to swing it down to the bottom side. Gets right to that rear wheel and shuts her back down. We got one dropping out. Chris Powell taking her to the back. Terry Williams trying his best to do a little catch up now. Still side by side racing action from your 32 and your 00. Kelly Chick Hicks still your leader. White flag coming out for your leader of the 32 of Hicks. Kason Harris going to try to throw it down on the bottom side. Can't get it to stick. Advantage on that top side this week. 32 of Chick Hicks. Looking good so far. Coming to the checkered flag. Taking home his first heat race win of the season. Chris Powell pulling off lap number 5. Terry Williams rounding out your top 3. Kason Harris trying to run that bottom side, not able to make it stick. And picking up his first USRAB Modified Heat Race win this year, the 32 of Kelly Chick Hicks. All right, USRAB Modified Heat Race number 2 getting ready to make their way onto the track now. Starting on the pole, they're going to meet on the number 37 out of Pineville, Missouri, the Evan Clark. Out of Joplin, Missouri, driving the number 5 machine. Starting outside pole, going to be the number 5 of Daniel Anders. Starting inside, row number 2, Trent Robinson out of Marionville, Missouri, in the number 27X. And on his outside, Richard Powell in the number 3, driving the old Kins and Martin machine. Evan Clark looking for his first win here at Monett Motor Speedway. Got 3 top 5s, 8 top 10s in his last 8 starts. Daniel Anders, already 3 wins in his last 12 events. Number 3 machine going to hang back just a little bit. Clark and Anders, row number 1, green flag. Here we go. Evan Clark out to the quick lead. Anders in that second spot. Watch out, the number 27 of Trent Robinson looking to make his way up to that second spot. Evan Clark out front already by about a 3 or 4 car length. Evan Clark set on kill here. Coming around for a lap number 2. 2 laps on the book. Daniel Anders using that middle line. Trent Robinson in that 27X is going to try to look down to the bottom side. Richard Powell doing good at the back there. Not losing the crowd too much here as we're about halfway through. Evan Clark out front by 2 seconds over the number 5 of Daniel Anders. Running an 18.445 that last time by. His fastest lap, and he improves it this time with an 18.303 around this grand old lady here. Caution coming out here on lap number 6. Number 27X of Trent Robinson. Spinning out there, coming out of turn number 4. Right now, the 37 of Evan Clark. Your leader out front here with the number 5 of Daniel Anders, 2 seconds, about a 2-second lead. Hey, big thank you to Lance Matlock, your local Berry County, Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, for jumping on aboard again here for our 2024 race season. Lance is a multi-line agent here in Monett. Looking forward to assisting you with your auto, home, life, business, and your other insurance needs. Just like a lot of us here today, Lance lives here in Monett and promises to assist you with professionalism and quality customer services located at 100 Chapel Drive, Suite F here in Monett. Going to be a no start there. Miscommunication between the racers and our race director. Be sure to go visit Lance 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, or give him a call at 236-0422. Evan Clark out front here. Daniel Anders settling back into that second spot. Richard Powell rounding out your top 3. White flag dropping now for the 37 of Evan Clark. 1.2 second lead over the number 5 of Daniel Anders already. Richard Powell in that third spot. Trent Robinson trying to make up that ground as they go down the back stretch. Meanwhile, out front, it's the 37 of Evan Clark. Gonna take home the win here in our Year 3B Modified Heat Race number 2. Trent Robinson rounding out the field there. Richard Powell coming in third in the number 3 machine. Daniel Anders coming in second. And your winner by 1.354 seconds, the 37 of Evan Clark. All right, heat race number 1. Starting on the pole is going to be the number 69 out of Purdy, Missouri, of Dylan Bowman. On his outside, the number 90X of Tim Jones out of Marshfield, Missouri. Last week's winner, the number 25 out of Cassville, Missouri. It's going to be Dale Sinners. Start from that third spot, and on his outside, it is Kel Yarborough throwback, the number 54 of Dean Kimberling. Lights are out. We're ready to go. Green flag racing here. Bowman and Jones, a row number 1. Hit the Ozark fiber. Restart zone. Bowman out front. Bowman leading the pack as they go into 3 and 4. Watch out, Sinners on that bottom side looking to take the lead as they go down the backstretch. Good running for that 69 of Bowman. Coming around 3 and 4. Who's going to lead lap number 1? Bowman leading for the first time here in our 2024 season. Centers on the bottom side as they come through 3 and 4. Still side by side at the flag stand here. 2 laps in the books. Dylan Bowman out front by 1/10 of a second over the 25 of Dale Centers. 90X of Tim Jones in that third spot. Dean Kimberling in the rear of the field here. Centers going to try to get another run down on the bottom side. Two 100ths of a second separating the 25 and the 69. Bowman on that 69 machine up top, blue with the black on the bottom. Dale Centers sitting in that second spot. 90X of Tim Jones rounding out your top 3. Here we come to halfway. Halfway through your pure stock heat race number 1. Dylan Bowman leading it flag to flag so far. Dale Centers in that second spot. Taking another look to the bottom side of Bowman. He'll tuck her right back in. Bowman looking good tonight. Don't want to give him the announcer's curse or what have you. 5 laps in the books, 3 to go. Centers right there at his back bumper. Bowman checks him up just a little bit. Trying to find the best way around the number 25 of Dale Centers. Gonna have to look for a different line. Dylan Bowman holding up that middle. Middle seems to be working for a lot of racers tonight so far. Centers with a much better run here at the white flag. Bowman still holding on to that lead. One more time around for the 69 of Dylan Bowman. Centers got one more time to try to make it back up. Tim Jones still holding on to that third spot. Dean Kimberlin rounding out the field about 3 seconds behind that 90X. Meanwhile, up front, no contest. 69 of Dylan Bowman. Take it home. Your pure stock heat race number 1 to win. '54 of Dean Kimberlin coming home on that 4th spot. The 90X of Tim Jones rounding out your top 3. Last week's winner, number 25 of Dale Centers, coming in second. And ladies and gentlemen, your winner, the 69 out of Purdy, Missouri, of Dylan Bowman. Pure Stocks Heat Race number 2 making their way onto the track now. Starting on the pole out of Buffalo, Missouri is going to be number 23 machine of Mark Simon out of Buffalo, Missouri. On his outside, Joplin, Missouri is number 34. Sean Coates starting in that 2nd spot. And last week's bridesmaid out of Aurora, Missouri, number 17 of Lana McLaughlin starting in that 3rd spot. Again, 8 laps the distance here in your heat race number 2 of your pure stocks. Lights are out. We're going to go green flag racing this time by, again, Simon and Coates right there on the pole. McLaughlin right behind him. This is going to be a good, fast heat race here in our pure stocks here at heat race number 2. Looking for our Ozarks Fiber restart zone. Green flag. Here we go. Simon cuts off the number 34 from advancing there to Sean Coates. We shot out of a cannon down the backstretch. Simon, your leader, looking good out front. That number 23 machine. Coates and McLaughlin battling out for that second spot. Mark Simon out front here. Half a straightaway lead for the number 23 over the 34 of Sean Coates. Lana McLaughlin holding tight there in our third. 1.706 the distance between Sean Coates and Mark Simon here on lap number 3. Landon McLaughlin just another half a second back, but watch out. He's starting to reel in that 34. He's going to take a look to the top side. If there's any room up there, Coates going to block him. McLaughlin looking at the bottom side. He'll try to take that second spot away, and he does. Door bumper clear. McLaughlin, not much of a little slider, but Coates not able to advance, cuts off his momentum. 2.3 seconds lead for that number 23 of Mark Simon that last time by. Mark Simon, the number 23 machine, still out front, looking for his first win here at Monett Raceway. Landon McLaughlin 3 seconds behind. Not able to make up much ground after getting around that number 34 is Sean Coates. Coates just 0.8 of a second back behind number 17. Simon going to be looking for the white flag this next time by. Nobody contesting with him. White flag, Mr. Chip Abramovitz in the flag stand. 23 of Mark Simon out front of Landon McLaughlin by 2.783 seconds. Sean Coates falling back another second to Landon McLaughlin. Meanwhile, out front, Mark Simon, the number 23 machine, taking home the win there in our Pure Stock Heat race number 2, running an average 20.538 second lap, just 1/10 of a second faster than Landon McLaughlin. McLaughlin coming in that second spot. Coates rounding out the field there in the 34. Up next, our IMCA Modifieds running 2 heat races again. Starting on the pole out of Wagoneer, Oklahoma. I think that's how you say it. Troy Martin in that 9 star. How do you want me to say that? Jarrett Dotson in the 24-7 going to be on his outside. Chris Lewis out of Springdale, Arkansas in the 14L. Last week's winner going to start inside row number 2 on his outside. Number 33 out of Republic, Missouri, you have Jared Martin. And starting in the rear there, the number 11 out of Joplin, Missouri is going to be Steve McLaughlin. (24-7) of Jared Dotson not able to make it out for our Heat 1 race. The 9 machine of Troy Martin going to run in the back there. That'll put Chris Lewis, last week's winner, on the pole. Jared Martin on his outside. Steve McLaughlin. We got Reliable Welding. They did such an awesome job for us on our flag stand last year. Mr. Steve Johnson, the owner, says if it's metal, I could fix it or fabricate it. Located at 1013 South Pebble Road in Joplin. You could drop off whatever you're supposed to be working on, and they will fix it there at Reliable Welding. Let Steve Johnson fix it for you. Or give him a call at 417-439-3855 to set up an appointment. Lewis looking for that Ozark 5 restart zone. Hits that skinny pedal. Here we go. Side down the front stretch. Jared Martin on the outside. Lewis on the inside. Steve Johnson looking to try to get a little action in on there. Gets shut down by Lewis as they go through the back stretch. Johnson going to take a look to the inside this time. Meanwhile, Jared Martin out front here in that number 33 machine. Jared Martin out front by half a straightaway already. We got one that pulled off. Jared Martin out front by almost a whole straightaway at this point over Chris Lewis. In that 14L machine, the 9. That's Troy Martin running third. Track starting to really come in here. Got a little bit of dust, but you're at a dirt race. You're going to have some dust. Jared Martin out front. A little slow through 1 and 2. Don't tell him I said that. Chris Lewis starting to try to make up a little ground here on him. Jared Martin out front by 2 seconds that last time by. We'll see how far he can extend that lead just a little bit. Over 2 seconds this time. Over the 15L, 14L of Chris Lewis. White flag over your third place car. Jared Martin coming around turn 3 and 4. Nobody going to contest them here at 33 of Jared Martin taking the win in USRA Modified Heat Race number 1. Chris Lewis, not 14L, coming in second. 2.150 the distance between your winner and second place. That'll do it for heat race number 1. Heat race number 2 getting ready to make their way onto the track now. USRA 8 Modified. Last year's point champion going to be shifted up to the pole. Scott Kelly due to start on the pole. Going to go tailback here. Mickey Burrell gonna start on the pole. Houston Johnson making his way from Kansas City, Missouri in the 97 machine. He'll start outside pole. Inside row number 2 is gonna be Ryan You're going to have to help me out with this one. Ryan Middahl. He's in the 21 machine out of Fulton, Missouri. And starting in the rear there, Randy Kreider in the 23K. I said starting in the rear, but it's really Scott Kelly starting in the rear. I told you that information already. Lights are out. We're ready to go. Green flag racing here on our heat race number 2 of your IMCA Modifieds. All right, looking for a good, fair start there in the Ozarks Fiber. Restart zone. Burrow hits that skinny pedal. Here we go. Mickey Burrow falls back to that third spot. They get together. There's already a spin here. Lap number 1. Holy smokes. I mean, caution on the field. Seeing that replay there, Burrow just getting a little loose coming off of turn number 2. Ryan in the number 21 machine following right there with him. Didn't get a lap in, so we'll do an original restart here. Burrow on that front row along with Houston Johnson in that 97 machine. 21 and 23, row number 2. Lineup was good, lights are out. We are ready for racing again here. Gonna be a much better start. I can feel it in my bones. Green flag, here we go. Much better start here for heat race number 2. Still the same results. 97 of Houston Johnson out front. Burrow in that second spot. 21 of Ryan Midday. Rounding out your top 3. 0.2 of a second between Burrow and Houston, but it doesn't mean anything now as the 21 machine jumps up to that second spot. Burrow running high side. Houston running his fastest lap there, just 2/1000ths of a second in lap times between your first and second car, 18.245. Out of your lead car. 0.3 of a second, the distance between the 21 and the 97, but watch out, 21 looking at the bottom side, he's go down the backstretch. Kansas City's 97 up on the top side. Gonna be side by side coming off turn number 4. Who's gonna have the lead here? Give it to the 97 advantage on top side. Houston Johnson out front by 8/100ths of a second. A little bit more of a lead this time by 97, 21, 73. That's your top three, Johnson, Midday, and Burrell. At 21, kind of catfishing, looking down to the bottom side once again. We got a spin there in turn number 2. He gets her back off of the track. Everybody gets around him safely there. Gosh, coming out there for the 23K of Randy Kreider. Picture of Mr. Jesse Stovall up top the truck there. Hey, Jesse, helping us out today with our track prep. We definitely appreciate him and Tommy Boy coming out, fixing us up. Track looks really, really good tonight. Hopefully some of the drivers are seeing that at home and are just thirsting to come out here next week. Johnson and mid 1 and 2. Burrell takes it off in turns number 1. That'll leave just 3 of us here. The 97, 21, and the 47 of Scott Kelly, your remaining vehicles. Gonna go green this time here. Gonna be a green, white, checkered finish here in your IMCA Modified Heat Race number 2. Green flag is displayed. Watch out, we got a heck of a battle for the lead here as they go down the backstretch. 21 advantage on that bottom side. If he could hit a little slider, he's a good racer. He didn't do it to him. Hits him with a little slider there. Advantage for the 21. Ryan Middaugh. Houston will fall back to second spot. Scott Kelly in third. Coming out of turn number 4. Going to steal a win here. Number 21 of Ryan Middaugh. I said steal a win, but he deserved it. Didn't he, Tombo? It's a good run out of that number 21 machine. Kansas City's Houston Johnson in that 97 coming in second. And Scott Kelly at that number 47 coming in third. Good run there in our IMCA Modified Heat Race number 2. All right, time for our Midwest Modified Heat Race number 1. Starting on the pole out of Crane, Missouri, number 12M of Ron Maple. On his outside out of Sparta, Missouri, Dustin Kenyon in the 571. Inside row number 2 is going to be Michael Gillis in the number 20 machine out of Clever, Missouri. It says he's got a 33 on his car, supposed to be number 20. Mitch Coulter in the number 8 machine. Outside row number 2 in the out of Fort Scott, Missouri. Fort Scott, Kansas. In that 8 machine. And Sundance Keeper in the 6 and 7/8. Coming all the way from Billings, Missouri. Gonna start in the rear here. All righty, wheel to wheel, door to door. Here they come through 3 and 4. I said it way too early, didn't it, Tombo? I let the excitement come up. And let's get it on. Maples and Kenyon side by side. Kenyon right at his back door, looking for a spot on that top side, trying to get around him. Maples on the bottom side, Kenyon on the top side as they go through 3 and 4, still side by side by side. Who's going to lead lap number 1? I believe it's going to be Kenyon. Front of Ron Maples by half a second. Maples run that top side. Mitch Coulter up to that third spot. Sundance Keeper tracking him down right there at his back bumper. That's going to be a battle for third. Holding on to that top side way too high. He gets her gathered back. Yep, not before Gillis gets around him. Dustin Kenyon in that 571. Out front. 0.3 of a second the distance that last time by. Ron Maples way high, trying to get himself a line set up for the feature there. Kenyon extends his lead by 0.3 of a second over Ron Maples. Mitch Coulter was trying to get around him, but all of a sudden the 12M shot out of a cannon. He's looking at the bottom side, going to try to get around. Spin there in turn. Number 3 and 4, between 3 and 4 rather. Kosh coming out for the number 20 or 33 on the track. 20 on my race pass of Michael Gillis. Dustin Kenyon, the 571 out front right now. 0.6 of a second between him and the 12M of Ron Maples. Ron Maples that last time around. Mitch Coulter and the number 8 machine up to that third spot. Sundance Keeper there in fourth. Dustin Kenyon with just one top 10 in his last 4 events here, looking for his first win. Out of Sparta, Missouri. All right, lineup looks right. Flagman Chip Abramovitz gives him the signal. Green flag next time by. Ron Maples letting go that top side. That puts Coulter on the bottom. Gillis actually running the fastest lap, strangely. Not strangely, I mean, but you're in a 19.905 before spinning out there between 3 and 4. That's his fastest lap and the fastest lap on the track. No, I'm a big liar. Just cancel everything I just said. False information. Looking for that Ozark Fibers restart zone. Green flag. Here we go. Good restart for that A machine. Mitch Coulter looking for the lead here. Going to be a three-way battle. Coulter with the lead coming off of turn number 2. Down the backstretch they go. What a great restart. Kenyon moving back to that second spot. Problems on the 12M machine. Sundance Keeper up to that third position. He's looking to the bottom side. Going to try to get around Dustin Kenyon. Coulter, your leader, coming here off of turn number 4. Sundance Keeper all over the back bumper on that 571 of Dustin Kenyon. He's trying to look to go around that top side. They're just about side by side. Problems on the 12 machine. He's way high. Sundance Keeper able to get around for that second spot. Not Sundance. Yeah, it is Sundance. My first day announcing, I apologize. Mitch Coulter out front by 7/10 of a second over the 6.78 of Sundance Keeper. Dustin Kenyon moving back to that third spot. White flag displayed here for your leader, Mitch Coulter, one more time around. Sundance Keeper running his fastest lap that last time by. Michael Gillis doing the same in that 33 machine. Coulter brings him around 3 and 4. Keeper trying to look for that bottom side, but it's too late. Ron Maples pulling up 5th. Michael Gillis able to pull home 4th. Dustin Kenyon falls back to that third spot. 6 7/8. So Sundance Keeper coming in second. And your winner, ladies and gentlemen, the number 8 of Mitch Coulter. All right, that'll take us down to our intermission. Be sure to go down. Be sure to go down and visit my friend Stephanie and all our wonderful help down there in the Pit Stop Grill.